All right, folks, welcome back to the Steve Malzberg Show. We're unable to reach Terry Jones, but we do have his associate pastor, Wayne Sapp, who was arrested yesterday along with him. And by the way, we do have 36 and 37 we could put up intermittently. You'll see the police approaching the car that Wayne and Terry Jones were in, and then you'll see Dr. Jones being led away in handcuffs if you're watching at Newsmax TV here. Let's say hello to Wayne Sapp. Hey, Wayne, how are you?
Good, Steve. How you doing?
I'm okay. A little disappointed we didn't get Terry, but that's not a knock on you. Tell us exactly what happened. Obviously, you were down in Mulberry, Florida yesterday, and Dr. Jones had said he was going to burn about 3,000 Korans, one for each victim of 9/11, and you never got to do that. Tell us what happened.
Yeah, well, I mean, throughout the day, we were under surveillance. They were watching everything that we did.
Who is they? Who is they?
Well, it was a coordinated effort between the FBI, the Polk County Sheriff's Department, just to keep tabs on us. According to everything they've relayed to us, it was for the well-being and the safety of the general public, to make sure that nothing dangerous happened either on our end or by some radical extremists from the outside that wanted to make a name for themselves. So we were basically watched throughout the day, and they had actually talked to Dr. Jones and myself the night before, Tuesday night and Wednesday morning, letting us know that if we did drive onto the public park property with the grill in tow with the Korans behind us, that we would be arrested for trespassing, and that we would just let the courts work it out later on, but they would not allow us to go through with the event.
Well, wait a minute. Okay, but is this so? You found this out the night before, but was this
right.
Weren't you given permission by the church or the private property owner to do this?
No, this was at a public park, and then they asked us to submit a permit request, which we did simply because they asked us to do it. But quite frankly, it's public property. It's part of our constitutional right to exercise our free speech in a public area, public venue, and the way we were going to conduct the burning was in an enclosed grill. So there was never an open burn or anything that was open for debate or question. But they went through there, which I think we actually had a case there in Dearborn, which they cited that the requests that were being made of us were unconstitutional, and that will probably be coming up a little bit later after we go through this legal battle of the arrest that they made on us yesterday.
All right. Well, tell us how you were arrested. The both of you. You were driving the vehicle. From what I understand, you made a stop. Then they surrounded your car with unmarked cars, and then what? Tell me what happened.
Yeah, we were driving down the highway. I believe that was 37 on our way to the park. We were not going to pull into the park because they told us we would be arrested for trespassing. So we were going to park in the public access area, the easement right of way, grass area, and talk to the media and do the demonstration from there. But before we could get that far, the police pulled us over, and then we were surrounded by I don't know how many unmarked cars. Had to have been at least 10, 12 or more. Where then they asked me for my license, and then they wanted our guns from us.
All right, now there's some confusion there because I've heard it reported that you had guns illegally. But when you say they wanted your guns from you, you had a right to carry guns, correct?
Correct. We have both Dr. Jones and myself. We both have concealed weapon permits. We notified them. They asked us, did we have our guns? We said, yes, we do. They asked us how we were carrying, so we were 100% legal, right, to have our guns with us. But they asked us to surrender our guns until they were finished with the traffic stop, which was a little bit bogus. We rented this pull-behind grill from a supplier here in the Florida area, and but then they said there was no lights on the grill or the tow, and then so that's why they pulled us over. But then they said that they could smell the kerosene, or that it was kerosene put onto the books, the Korans, and they said that was illegal, and we could not transport kerosene in an unauthorized container.
All right. Were you aware? Were you aware of that? Have you ever heard of that?
No, we were not aware of it. We'd never heard of it. A lot of the law enforcement we talked to since then said they'd never heard of it.
So what were you arrested for? Illegally transporting kerosene?
Correct.
Okay, that's what you were arrested for. You went to jail. How long were you in jail?
We bonded out this morning.
So you were in jail overnight.
Correct.
Wow. And was there bail set for you? Were you arraigned? How'd you get out?
Bail was set last night, $1,250 per person. So we bonded out, and so we will pursue our cause and our case from here on out.
Do you have legal representation yet?
We're seeking out legal representation. We've talked to our constitutional lawyers that have dealt with us in the past, the Thomas More Law
Right.
Center,
Yeah, they're good people.
And very good people, and they said they would be more than happy to look at our case from a constitutional battle after these, I guess, the criminal charges. We've been able to get past those.
Well, let me ask you this. Why was Terry Jones arrested? He was a passenger in the car that you were driving. I mean, as far as I know, I could be wrong, but as a layman, if I'm driving with somebody and they get arrested for drunk driving, I'm not under arrest. Well, you got arrested for lugging the kerosene. What did he do?
Well, they said that while he was either getting in or getting out of the vehicle, they could see his weapon. They could see his firearm on his side.
So you mean it's okay if it's completely concealed, but if it's exposed, that's a violation?
That's a violation. Even though he was getting in or out of the vehicle, they said that because they could see it, they were writing him up and they arrested him under a misdemeanor charge of his concealed weapon was.
All right, so you usually don't go to jail for a misdemeanor, right?
I actually don't know the law, Steve.
Okay, no, neither do I. All right, we got about a minute. So let me ask you: do you feel that they were just, dead set against? They made sure they were going to prevent you from doing this, come hell or high water?
Yeah, hell or high water. They made a decision. This event was not going to take place.
Now, did the FBI in fact previously tell you they were going to protect you?
They did not say they were going to protect us. They said they were watching to make sure that no one got hurt on either side.
Okay. All right. Listen, keep us informed here and let us know. Do you plan on burning them? Does he plan on burning them at another time, maybe before next 9/11, an unannounced time, somewhere by surprise? Do you plan on doing that?
Well, I definitely know we plan on doing something. So we will definitely keep you in touch, Steve. And we appreciate the time that you give us to get the voice out.
All right. I thank you for your time. Thank you very much. That's Wayne Sapp, the assistant pastor with Terry Jones. They were both arrested yesterday. Crazy stuff. They have a First Amendment right, agree or disagree. And they looked for anything to lock them up on, and they came up with two things to lock them up on, kept them in jail overnight. Now they're out. When we come back, Rick Santorum will